All right, one thing that's starting to grind my gears a little bit is dog trainers that try almost a little bit too hard to get some attention. And they do this by posting things that are a little bit not controversial, but the information that they're putting out there is almost trying to oversimplify dog training or overcomplicate dog training for the sake of getting a conversation started. And I'm not going to lie, one of the people that does this, I'm not going to mention names, one of the people that does this is somebody that I like, somebody that I look up to as a dog trainer. But when I see his videos, some of them I'm like, hey man, that's awesome. That's great information. Some of these videos, I'm like, what are you doing? He's just almost making dog training to be so simple when it really isn't. The dog training in itself is complex because you're talking about communicating with an animal that is not of your own species. It's a completely different animal. The way they think is entirely different. And when you say, well, this is how simple dog training is. All you have to do is this. I don't know why people do this, this, and that when all you have to do is this. It's more than that. It's an animal that thinks entirely different than you as a dog trainer or as a person. So as a dog trainer, my job is to find and work through those complexities to reach the dog. Okay, and that process is not always as easy as, oh, well, all you have to do is just, create some boundaries. There is more to it than that. One other thing that, that kind of bugs me is that they try to overcomplicate it, where they're like, oh, well, if you're a dog trainer and you have to rely on this and this and this to get results, then you're not a good dog trainer because you should be doing this. Look, as a dog trainer, I have to do whatever I have to do for it to be convenient for the dog and for the client ultimately, right? If I want to help the dog, the best way to do that is to help the client. So it doesn't matter how good or how, simple or overcomplicated my techniques are. If I need to do whatever I have to do to reach that dog, that's going to be that's going to be my best way to help that client. So again, it's more than just, if you have to do this as a dog trainer, you are just a shitty dog trainer. No, you do whatever you have to do. Like, why do you care if I have to do X, Y, and Z? Why do you care if I have to, train my dog or train a dog to do this behavior and this behavior and this behavior so that they could have a nice, harmonious life in their home? It doesn't matter. You shouldn't care. If it helps my client, it helps my client. If you think that makes me a shitty dog trainer for helping that client and helping that dog, so be it. I'm very happy with that. Okay. One other thing that I noticed lately, it's very it's kind of excessive lately on YouTube. This commercial that I keep seeing is, do you want to know the fastest way to train your dog? And it's advertised in this program. You've probably seen it. I don't remember exactly. This guy has his own YouTube channel. And they are, two things that they say that kind of bugged me a little bit was, one is the guy is saying, I'm going to show you in this by clicking on this link, I'm going to show you the service dog industry secret to do this. And then the guy shows a piece of steak and he's dropping it in front of like a bunch of dogs. I'm going to show you the service dog industry secret to achieving this. You know what the service dog industry secret is? They pick the right dog. They pick the dog that doesn't do that. Ideally, if they're doing it well, that is the secret. And it's not a secret at all. Okay? So again, it's just to kind of get views, get reactions. They go, click on this link and I'll show you the service dog industry secret to get your dog to do this. There is no secret. You just have to learn how to train dogs. As a dog trainer, as a client, you have to find a trainer that can help you. If you're one of those clients that wants to be savvy and wants to be involved, then yeah, you learn how to do that on your own, for your own dog. The other thing that this commercial says is, so this is how this crazy aggressive dog, this is how we get this dog not to lunge at other dogs. First of all, they get the dog, and the dog's not even lunging at the other dog. The dog's just hanging out. And so they bring it to the other dog that is sitting. The lady's walking this dog to that dog. Dog's not really reacting. And then, like, okay, so we're going to use the clicker. And I'm like, okay, well, let's see how they use the clicker, right? I know how the clicker is used, or how it's supposed to be used. So the way that they're using the clicker is as a distraction. So they're, okay, that didn't work. Let's back up a little bit. They click, and the dog, of course, doesn't turn, right? So, okay, we're too close. Then they back up. They click again, and the dog doesn't turn because they're trying to almost use the clicker as a, hey, right? And then eventually they're far enough, and then they click, and naturally now the dog is not as close to the trigger. So when the click happens, the dog goes, huh? And then they go, and this is one of the ways to do that. And I'm thinking, that is not how you use a clicker. It's entirely not how you use it at all. So bottom line is, dog training is complex. This is a technique that people spend years at getting better at. Hopefully they do that. It's not just as simple as clicking on a video and learning how to do this. I used to be that person. I used to think all I have to do is just watch that DVD and watch that video and watch that episode. And it took me years of experience to realize that there is way more to dog training than that, okay? I don't care if you don't like it. I like it. The dog likes it. My client likes it. I don't care if you think I'm an asshole. I don't care if you think that I'm not a good dog trainer. I really don't care.